happy holidays if you do celebrate the holidays. If not, happy cheers or just happy day. I know some folks don't celebrate. But today I wanted to talk about business, starting up a business from scratch. Now, this has been like a big demand for a lot of people because a lot of businesses start nowadays and they don't make it past a couple years, or they'll start and they'll fall off, or they'll just start and basically don't start properly, or some folks just don't know how to start. So today I want to walk you through a step-by-step process of what I have used to actually develop a successful practice and helping others to create their own business, just by simple steps and guides that are out there that you can use. Now, you can do your own research and you will realize that there's so many ways to do this. Folks are going to tell you to do it however you want to. But I believe that there are certain key steps that you should not skip. Depending on however you do it, you need to also go back and apply it. For example, like the business plan. A lot of times, a lot of folks they skip that process and they jump into doing other stuff, and which is cool. But like I said, there's no specific way that you technically have to do everything. But I just want to let you know that it's a good idea to go back later and create this plan if you skipped it, right? For me, just speaking from my perspective and my own experiences, I've realized that the business plan is super essential, especially when you're looking for investors later, or you're looking to maybe sell your company, or somebody's looking into help your company or finance or whatever it might be. It's a great tool to have, but also it's a plan for your business. Like, if you think about it, it says a business plan. That means it's a step by step process of how you operate, how your business operates. If someone else is supposed to come into your organization, they should be able to look deep into your plan and understand how your business operate. That's why it's like a business plan is like the plan for your business to operate properly. If you think about it that way, it kind of makes sense, right? But anyways, I want to walk you through like a step by step process. So basically what we're gonna do, we're gonna create like a business from scratch, right? We're gonna go through the process together. I'm gonna walk you through as much as I can, showing you as much information as I can just to get you there. Because like I said, a lot of folks are looking to start. Maybe for the new year, it could just be that you have a plan or you just wanted to, but you don't know where to start. So today, if you follow my steps, we can probably get you up and running in a couple days, whatever, how long it's going to take you to get everything that you need. Because some of the stuff will take a few. But I can walk you through the process of where to start, show you a little bit of tips and tricks of how I've done it, and maybe this will help you to be successful. Who knows? But like I said, let's dive down and get deep down into it. All right. So when you think about business, the first thing that comes to your mind is what type of business you want to create, right? And there's so many of them out there. Like, you know this. It's like different businesses, and then there's different versions of the same business, and globally across the scale there's so many different versions, and it's like it's almost like the competition is really stiff. I'm gonna tell you that. So if you're gonna be thinking about joining that business community, you got to be able to bring something to the table that you're thinking that's going to take off. People are going to want it, regardless if it's a service or whatever you're trying to provide. You need to know your audience, right? So this is where step one for me comes into the brainstorming piece, right? You need to, before you start, you need to brainstorm real hard. If it's just you or a team, you need to come together. You need to brainstorm. What is it that you really, really want to do, right? So let's say we go through and we brainstorm. I've already done this before I started this video. So it's something that I wanted to just show you so we can polish it together. So I brainstorming that I wanted to create a whole new YouTube channel, and it's going to be basically talking about everything. Instead of having different channels, and then I have to just break it down, like I have an IT channel, I have a cooking channel. I don't want to be posting to different channels. Now I know there's big things out there you should, have separate channels because of the niches and particularly folks that are just interested in certain things. But I don't want to do that. What if I want to talk about everything? So that was what I was thinking about. So I thought about the first thing that is super important. Number one, the name. And I'm like, well, you need a name before you could even start doing anything. After you have brainstormed through the process of what you really, really want to do, create cupcakes, um, ride dirt bikes, whatever it might be, fly drones. So that is the concept. That is what you want to do, right? Now, the name is super, super important. Why? Because you can't really move forward until you have a name. You have a brand new baby. You got to give it a name. You got to name it. What are you going to call it? Right? What is it? What are you going to call it? And realistically speaking, everything you're going to do forward, you're going to need the name. So the name, I think, is like number two off the back. You need to give it a name. So you got to come up to figure out what you want to give it to, what you want to call it. So for me, I was like, man, I got a name. So now that you have a name in the back of your mind, you need to go ahead and try to figure out, does this name exist? And I'll tell you what, the first time you think about a name, I'm going to tell you it exists because there's so many names out there. So this is where you're going to have to put your own twist or spin on whatever it is, do some market research. The first version of your market research is researching a good name. So I'm going to walk you through right now how I have been able to kind of figure out and tweak names that will work for my business. So we're going to switch over and I'm going to take you over to the screen and I'm going to show you some tips and tricks of how I've done it where you can actually fine tune names before you purchase them and then we're going to get started. All right.